If you want to invest in India's biggest companies like Reliance Industries or State Bank of India or HDFC or let's say Bajaj Finance and so on, there are two ways to do it. One is to do your own research and invest in specific stocks using a demat account. The second one is the easier one, investing in these companies through mutual funds, specifically in the large cap funds. Hello and welcome to our channel 5 Minute Finance by ET Money. In today's video, we'll tell you 3 consistently top performing large cap funds to simplify your investment decisions in 2024. First, let's quickly learn about large cap funds. Now, large cap funds invest in the country's 100 largest companies. They have to invest at least 80% of their assets in large cap companies, while the remaining 20% can be invested in mid or small cap stocks or even debt. So as the large cap funds invest in the biggest 100 companies of the country, which are well established and far more stable than the mid and the small companies, they are ideal for investors who want to go for equity funds but are not comfortable with too much risk of mid caps and small caps. They are a suitable choice for conservative equity investors. Also, having some large cap funds in your equity portfolio is an ideal option to stabilize returns. While they may not go up as much as mid and small cap funds, they may also not fall as much. Now, before we reveal the fund names, let's understand how we got the list of best performing large cap funds. So we started with assigning ET Money rank to each equity mutual fund in the large cap category. ET Money rankings are based on 2 factors. Consistency of returns, which means the fund should have been among the top performers and should have done well consistently over the years. The second factor is protection from volatility, now which means how consistently the fund has been among the least volatile funds in its category over the years. The purpose was to find out how consistently a fund has performed well while ensuring protection against volatility. So a fund with the most consistent returns and the most consistent protection from volatility over the years got the top rank. Next, we examined the monthly ET Money rank of the mutual fund schemes and categorized them based on their quartile rankings. We did this exercise for 11 months in 2023. Then we refined our selection by focusing on the funds that consistently maintained their position in quartile 1 over the maximum number of months. Now, quartile 1 means top 25% of performers. So, these multiple layers of filters helped us find out the consistently top performing large cap funds. Now, let's reveal the fund names. ICICI Prudential Bluechip Fund is one of our top 3 consistently performing large cap funds. It holds assets worth 41,269 crore rupees and is the biggest actively managed fund in the large cap space. It has an amazing 4.5 out of 5 star rating for consistency of returns and a 4-star rating for protection from volatility. Now, this fund has grown by a CAGR of 15.83% since its launch. And if you had invested 1 lakh rupees in this fund, your money would have more than doubled in just 5 years to 2.13 lakh today. And an SIP of 10,000 rupees started 5 years ago would have given you a massive corpus worth 9,71,000 today. Now, if you want more details on this fund or any other fund of your choice, you can go to the ET Money app and search with that fund's name. You will be directed to that fund's report card. ET Money Fund Report Card gives you a 360-degree analysis of the fund, which helps you compare between schemes and make better investment choices. Next, we have Canara Robeco Bluechip Equity Fund. This fund manages assets worth 10,182 crore rupees. Now, it has got an amazing 4 out of 5 star rating for consistency of return and 4.5 stars for protection from volatility. This fund has grown by a CAGR of 15.06% since its launch. And if you had invested 1 lakh in this fund 5 years ago, your money would have more than doubled to 2,19,000 rupees today. And an SIP of 10,000 rupees started 5 years ago would have given you a corpus worth 9,19,000 today. Kotak Bluechip Fund holds assets worth 6,405 crore rupees. It has got an amazing 4.5 out of 5 star rating for consistency of returns and 3-star rating for protection from volatility. This fund has grown by a CAGR of 14.96% since its launch. And if you had invested 1 lakh in this fund 5 years ago, your money would have become 2,12,000 rupees. And an SIP of 10,000 rupees started 5 years ago would have given you a corpus worth 9,27,000 today. So we saw the top 3 consistently performing large cap funds which are actively managed, which means these funds are managed by a fund manager and a team of analysts. But what about large cap index funds? We have received numerous inquiries from our viewers about the top performing large cap index funds. For new investors, an index fund is a passive investment that tracks and mirrors an index. The fund managers do not decide which stocks to buy. Instead, they replicate the index and try to hold the same shares as the index precisely in the same proportion as the index being replicated to match the performance of the underlying index. Large cap funds track different large cap indices such as Nifty 50, Sensex, Nifty Next 50, Nifty 100, etc. So if you are looking for a top performing large cap index fund, well, you may simply select any fund and start investing. There is nothing like the best fund when it comes to index funds. If you still want to do some comparison, you may go for a fund with a lower expense ratio. Once you have made up your mind, you can go to the ET Money app and invest in mutual funds without paying any commissions for absolutely free. This wraps up this video. We'll be doing a series of best mutual fund videos in other popular equity fund categories as well. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also, do not forget to share this video with your friends and colleagues to help us educate even more people.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.